a demonstration on how to add eyes, ears, and other facial features onto your creature. So I have, or onto your animal, I should say. I have a kind of a generic head shape here. This could be a dog, it could be a horse, it could be a pony, it could be a unicorn, it could be a zebra, it could be a giraffe, right? Lots of different animals it could be. All right, so to make the eyes, what I want to do is I want to make some balls, right? Here, okay. If I were to just simply place these on there, does that look like the way eyes look on an animal? No, it doesn't. So what we need to do is we need to create some eye sockets. So depending on where your animal's eyes are, that's where you want to do it. So it's good to use the source image. But for mine, the eyes are going to be roughly around this area. So I'm going to simply just kind of push in with my thumb and my forefinger. What I like to do is I like to just kind of like rough it up a little bit in this spot where the eye socket is. And then make sure the eyeball fits in there. Now, it's not a bad idea to just cut the eyeball in half. So really you just need to have one, but one ball that you cut in half. Score that. Set that inside. A little bit of pressure, but be careful not to smush the eyeball flat. Okay, I'll take the other half of the ball that I had. And I'm preserving the shape of the eyeball. Okay, how's that look? Does that look better than our initial? Okay, does it still look kind of creepy?
Yeah.
Right? It looks like the animal's got like wide eyes looking at you, right? So what we need to do is we need to create eyelids, right? So with this other ball of clay that I had, I'm just gonna pinch it flat, make a tiny little slab. Okay, depending on your animal, that's gonna dictate what type of eyelid you make, where it is, how big it is, and how it covers the eye. So in this case, I have kind of an oval-shaped slab. I'm gonna cut that in half, and then I'm gonna kind of round the edges so it doesn't look like it was freshly cut. Right? We don't want it to look like it came from a butcher shop. We want it to look like it was on an animal. Okay. So I have that slab. I can take it and I can just kind of set it right underneath the eye there. I'm gonna do the same thing with this eye where eyelid where I smooth it over. And now I can put that there. Now depending on if your animal is sleepy or awake or surprised or angry, whatever the emotion your animal is showing, that's what you want to kind of show through with the way the eyelids are placed. So you might look at different images to kind of see, all right, how does my personality fit into my animal self-portrait? How am I going to portray the animal's emotions? Okay, so in this case, I want this to kind of be more open. Okay, so set that on there. Okay, now what I can do is I can smooth this clay into here, and it starts to create like a little bit of the eye bone. So you got the indentation where the eye is, and then you got the kind of the eyebrow in this lower right here. Just depending on what your animal is, it's going to dictate how thick that is and where it is in relation to the eye. Okay? Cool. So if we want to, we can add a little detail on the eyeball. We can take another little tiny ball. Roll it, flatten it, and put it right there. Again, like animals, different types of eyes, right? Depending on what kind of animal it is. But I think that's a good start, good starting point for a horse. A zebra, or could be even a dog, okay? So you see the huge difference between that and that. So if you did something like this, then you're probably gonna get a better grade than if you did something like that, okay? Alright, this is part 2 of the video from earlier. I showed you how to make an eye and how to do the eyelid and create an animal's eye. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of pinching a slab with this. I'm going to show you how to make an ear. And there's lots of different ways to make ears. For example, if you have an elephant, you know, this might be your elephant's ear. Ta-da, all ready to go. But if you have like a bunny, or if you've got maybe a horse or a dog, then you might make a triangle. So simply cut a triangle like that. Pinch the edges a little bit, make it kind of a little softer, and then you turn it like that. Okay, that's a really simple way to make ears. Of course, you're gonna need to slip and score this onto the head of your animal. Pinch it down to give more surface area. And that way when you go to attach these together, you have a lot more surface area to attach that to. Cool.